Good morning or afternoon, whatever it is where you're at. Let's just check the audio here. Make sure we're good. Seems that we are. Seems like we are. Trying to get my chart set up here. Got about 15 minutes before we blast off here. So let's kind of see what we're looking like. Kind of moving down overnight here. It looks like we made a high up there in the 460s or 516. It's kind of been moving down since then. ES below the VWAP down at the 4506. Let's see what we got. Probably looking for shorts this morning, mostly. That's kind of what I'm thinking. We'll continue maybe this move down, a little pullback before we move higher during the New York session, possibly. Kind of what I'm thinking. Well, oh. $15,396, maybe. Kind of looking here. Possible. Guess we'll see what we get here at open. We shall see what we get. Got a few minutes, so we're going to check on a couple of things while we can. Let's see. Yeah, that might be why. Let's check this out. Well, not quite sure. Just kind of watching here to see. Huh. I'm trying to figure out how you log in here. I don't know. How do you log in? So we're just kind of waiting here to see what happens. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Alrighty. Not quite sure how you get into this. It's kind of interesting. Got about 7 minutes here until 3 o'clock. We're just kind of hanging out until then. All right, well, let's see what happens. Got about 4 or 5 minutes here until we open, till 3 a.m. Probably going to be looking for shorts, like I said. Maybe a push back up into the VWAP first. VWAP up to the 45.11s there on the ES. Okay. Just about 3 minutes here until we open. Well, come in and open here about a minute. See what we get. Kind of thinking we maybe start moving down more. ES already pushing down in that 45.04. Maybe a little push up before we move down. Let's kind of see what we get. Okay, let's pay attention here, guys. Let's see what we got. Got some buy volume coming in here, trying to push this thing up. We get a little push up here at open. We got the wrong chart pulled up here. Wasn't even looking. Let's pull up the right one. So getting a little bit of a push up here. Almost open here. See what we got. Volume coming in pretty good here. Pretty good. Yes, up to the 4507. I mean, are we just going to start pushing back up since we just kind of been selling off? That's the question. Or is this just a little push up before we start selling back down here? Just watching to see volume kind of dying off now. Pull back there into that 15 area. All right, we're going to go ahead and participate here. And kind of have my stop here at the lows. Maybe looking for that VWAP touch. Possibly. Need the ES to kind of get above that 07 area to get going here. Like to get that ES to push back into the 10s. That should probably give us what we need here. Should kind of give us what we need. Buy volume coming in pretty strong. See if we can get this thing pushing up. If we get stopped, we get stopped. Pushing on up here into the 22s. See if we can't continue to push higher. Yeah, still holding there at the 4507s. Figure since we kind of been selling off, we'll get a little pushback up here. Pulling back now might be the sell here that we were originally thinking. Or maybe just getting the energy here to move higher. Seller's kind of disappearing here. For a second at least. Getting a little bit of volatility here. Gotta start pushing if we're gonna go. If we're gonna go. If it sweeps the lows there, it will take us out. ES pulling back into the 05s. Almost swept the low there on the ES. Not particularly in love with that. Let's see what happens here. We may kill this trade if the ES starts moving down. Yeah. All right, let's just take it off there, guys, for a little bit of a loss. Get a sense of a direction here, and then we'll possibly re-enter. All right, ES through the lows there. Yeah, I was originally thinking to look for shorts this morning. And then we started getting that little push up. I was up about $100 on it at one time and then didn't take it. So ES made a new low there. So let's see if the NQ kind of follows. Holding up there at the 4504s. Want to see it kind of continue to push down here. Keeping an eye on this 1 minute chart. Might get a push back up into that 416 area. Yeah, maybe a little push back up into the 416s and then move lower. Possibly. We'd just like it just to move lower. Let's take a look. What in the world is going on here? Starting to get this push down now. Come on, sellers. Come on in here and push us down. Don't like that it's just hanging out here, not really going yet. Would think that it would start moving in that direction if it's going to. Finally starting to go. Finally starting to go. All right, finally moving in the right direction. Come on, let's continue this push down. Like I said, we may get a push back up into that 20 before we go lower, but I'd really like this thing just to sell back down, just keep going. That would be ideal. Yeah, I don't know why I took that long earlier. I was really thinking shorts when I logged on and then took that long. I've noticed that I've been shortchanging myself on the London sessions. Once it kind of picks a direction, it's almost like you may as well just get long or short and just kind of hold it and see how low or high it can go. So it's kind of the idea this morning. So we're going to target that 80 area, maybe about 30 handles there. See what happens. So we're going to try to hold it through here. It either hits our target or hits our stop. That is the idea. Obviously in this area here, we know there's going to be a little bit of work to get through there. You got the whole number and all that good stuff. But really trying to maximize the profit potential here. Not be so quick to take profit and then re-enter, take profit and re-enter, and then end up giving profit back. Let's just stay in the trade and see if it can take us to where we need to go. That's the idea anyway. Once the skid mark over here tells us that we can go to break even, you know, you always want to keep your stop above the skid mark. So once it gets down to 09, this side gets down to 09, assuming it does, then we'll move to break even and not before then. Leave our stop where it is, kind of at that swing high area there. That's what we're thinking anyway. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button for me, subscribe. Feel free to chat down below. Sorry I haven't been doing as many London sessions. I just been tired. Super tired. Got to get my sleep. Last night I woke up and couldn't go back to sleep for 4 hours. And woke up this morning, kind of felt the same way. So I was like, well, may as well get up. May as well just get up. I'm trying my best not to watch it this morning, because if I watch it, I'll start wanting to take it off. Yes, did bounce off that 02 area. Not in love with that. Not in love with it, but let's see what happens. See what happens. I was expecting a potential pushback up into out of the 18-20 area anyway. So I'm not shocked that it pushed back up a little bit here. We are at the whole number on the ES as well as on the NQ, so something to keep in mind there. Something to keep in mind. Let's see here. Yes, at the 04s here. 04s. I'm kind of messing with this thing over here, trying to... I don't know why it's so difficult to make this thing look right. Oh well. Come on, gotta get the ES through that 15,400 level. It's kind of double bottom there. Looks like we might make it through there this time. Looks like we might do it. Might make it through there. We get, oh, I'm sorry, that's the NQ, 15,400. But the ES at 4502, 50 is the low. Got to get the ES through the 4500s there, really get us this energy to push down. Give us the energy we need. The energy we need there to move on down. Getting in there now. Trying to get down there now. Pushing on down right here, trying to get through those 400 strong. I do not know. Come on. You can do it. Let's get going. Let's get going. Trying to, like I said, trying to just not watch it here because it makes me want to just take it off. So got our target down there at 80. Let's see if we can get there. ES testing the 4501 level now. It's kind of watching the ES. I want to see it get through that 4500 level. A little nervous about this area, but gonna hold strong here for the target at 80. Gonna hold strong. Let's check it out and see what happens. Oh, did I accidentally close that? Come on, you can do it. Try not to watch you. It's my downfall is when I just pay attention to it and just, you know, then I get to where I want to just take it off. There we go. Come on. You got more. Give it to me. You got more. ES testing the 4501. I think if the ES just tests 4500 here, it might take to my target there. It might take me to my target if it just tests the 4500 one time. See if we can't get a little almost 30-point winner here. Getting a little bit of a bounce up, but we're just going to hold, see what happens. Maybe we hit our target. It's kind of the idea. There we go. ES testing the 4500 now. Almost at the 4500. Come on, 7 points away. At the 4500 now on the ES. I just need a little push through there and we'll be there. Pushing through the 4500s. Come on. So close. Getting a little bit antsy with it here, but I want to just let it push through there. Trying to be as patient as I can with it. ES down to 44.99 and a quarter. I think it's got more here. Probably could move my target down a little more, but we're just going to take the 30 points and be happy. Don't want to speak too soon. Got to get to 30 points first. ES at the 44.99.75. One more little burst down here. Seller's looking good so far. could go ahead and move my stop to break even, but I don't even think that's necessary. But I want to see this push on through here. Oh goodness, so painful. We were 3 handles away from the target there. 3 handles away. All right, let's stop watching it. Just look away. We'll hear order filled or whatever. Stop filled. ES trying to get back above that 4,500 here. I want to just see one more push down to the lows on the ES there. Should get us home. If we can get it. I guess we could move the stop to break even now just in case. Obviously, if we get stopped out here break even, then that's going to be pretty hard. But what's going on, Kelvin? Yeah, sometimes I trade London. It just depends. Depends. I was trading London 5 days a week, and then just went through a span where I wasn't feeling very good, so sick. Stopped trading it because the doctor said I needed my rest. But last couple of nights I've kind of woke up with I just can't sleep. So last night I woke up during this hour and I was up for 4 hours and I didn't stream. So I just figured tonight I woke up at the same time and I couldn't go back to sleep, so I was like, yeah, may as well jump on. May as well jump on. Come on, let's push down, hit this target. This is where I struggle. I'm trying my best not to take the profit here, but he is holding up there at the 4,500, which, you know, is expected, but can't lose on it. So really, 4405 area. Could move my stop down a little more here. It's logging in $60, but oh yeah, man, I dream about trading every night. I dream, sometimes nightmares, right? You're like, oh, it's at my profit. Come on, hit me. I don't know if you saw the results of the stream. But that trade that I took off earlier for $400, it smashed the take profit there for 164 points. And I took it off for 40 handles. So stupid. Broke the rules, got Max Payne punished. Max Payne. Alright, we can move this down a little more. We'll just kind of trail this with the skid mark here. So the top of the skid mark is kind of where your stop should be. So it's at 0350. I got my stop at 05. So I just kind of trail it down with it. Just want to see a quick flush right into that 80. I probably could move the target down a little bit lower, to be honest, but I'm not trying to be greedy here. Let's just take what we can get and move on. Take what we can get and move on. So 02, so we'll take it down to 03. So locking in a little bit as we go. I probably should move that target lower. I don't know. Am I talking about the NQ trade? Yeah. The mechanical trade, 5-minute fair value gap. If I would have used a mini, it would have been like $3,200. And the 5 micros was still over $1,600 if I would have held the trade. But come on. Don't do me dirty here. Yeah, it would have been over $1,600 with the 5 micros, but instead I locked in $400 and walked away from it. I didn't think it was going to get there. I thought it had no chance, but Should have just moved the stop to break even and just left it, but hindsight's 20/20 there. Now this is gonna hurt if this comes and gets me, but we're gonna leave it on. Got my stop above the skid mark, so we want to see it hold. Obviously, that 400 level. If it gets above there, we won't love it anyway. Now, how's it just making a V shape here? Come on. ES back up to 4502. It's literally 3 handles away. The one time I try to be patient. See, this is what tests your patience here. It was 3 handles away from my take profit, not even 3. And then, what? 2? Well, I guess, yeah, it is 3. 3 1/4. This is what makes you mad. I try to be patient. This is why it's so difficult to be patient. Then it tries to test your stop and maybe stop you out for break even. It makes me want to just take it off right now, but I know if I take it off, I mean, who cares? If it hits my stop, it hits my stop, right? But I think we would be break even or right about at it if it hits the stop. So I don't love the look of this, though. This big volume move up here. This kind of looks like an A leg, a B leg down, and a C leg back up to me. Should we just take it off? We don't see sellers come in here in just a second. I'm probably just going to kill it. Just take what I can out of it here. Alright, I'm just going to take it off. Feels bad, because we were up quite a bit more, but yeah, still a winning trade either way. I was waiting for some sellers to come in over here, or at least get this low volume little pullback before this next leg up, if we get one, because I don't really see a whole lot of sell volume in here. This is pretty low, so this looks a lot stronger than that sell volume does. So you would expect a low volume pullback and then push up. Yeah, when they hit your stop and then fly to the take profit, no doubt. It happens. It definitely happens. See, I was thinking, I was waiting on this kind of sell volume to come in here and maybe push this back down, but feels bad as I don't think it would have hit my stop. Nope, not yet. So, but I do, this does look like a ABC back to the upside here forming, to me anyway. Maybe not a huge move back up, but maybe enough to at least hit my stop. We'll see. See it a little clearer there on the 1 minute chart. We could be wrong. Sellers could just come in here strong, but this looks like an ABC back to the upside. So we might participate long here if we can get these buyers coming in with pretty short stop on it. I don't love longing into the whole number, though. It's the only thing here. Don't love longing into the whole number. I think we got to push back into the 415, 416 area, maybe 418 based on the 1 minute chart from earlier, if we do get a push up. Oh, it might have just shook me out just to go to the target. Look at this thing. You dirty dog. Sellers still aren't in heavy here, but that's looking more like it's going to go to the 80 now. You dirty dog. This is my problem. I got to trust the process, right? I got to stop doing that. Like, I should just leave my stop at the top of the skid mark, which is it's part of the strategy that I run during the London. I like using the skid mark here. Just a couple of Keltner bands, Keltner channels. Leave your stop above it. As long as it stays below it, you stay in the position. Oh man, look at that. Feels bad. Yeah, doing me dirty for sure. Well, at least it double bottomed so far, and it hasn't really pushed through there to my target yet. But looking like it's probably going to hit the target. There's 84. ES still got, it's at the 01, so if the ES even tests the lows, that pushes us through the 80s most likely. It shook me out. Never got above 4, well, got right there at the 4,400 or 15,400. What's going on, 6? How you doing this morning? Or afternoon, whatever it is where you're at. All right, let's see. If the buyers come in here, we may take a short buy order, maybe up into the 90s, mid 90s, just for a quick pop. It's kind of holding up there right now. Oh, it's fine. Better late than never, right? You probably thought I wasn't streaming because I haven't been streaming. Like I said, streams on the London are kind of limited to 1 to 2 days a week. Really just depends on how I'm feeling. Got a lot going on right now. I'm doing a lot of things. So when you're doing all this stuff, you kind of got to get your rest in when you can. So if another green candle prints above the explosion line here, then we'll consider a long. So the idea is 2 candles above the blue line here that I got marked out there, and we'll consider a long short-term push up here, not anything long. We'll go to break even probably pretty quickly on it. My bias is kind of short this morning, but we take what we see. We're scalpers. Volume kind of low so far. All right, so we got 1 print above. We'll take this long here. We'll just target. I mean, really, we can just target like 5 handles. Oh my goodness. And you can see the, yeah, just disappeared. The buyers disappeared. All right, we're taking that off. We're taking that off. We got faked out. That's kind of the idea here. Yeah, I'm trading the New York session for sure. You're currently short. Yeah, I was short too. I was short from 09 right here. Yeah, my target was 80. 374. You are. I mean, how do you come up with these numbers, man? I'm at 396. Pretty close. I'm thinking 396 by the time we get to New York session this morning was what I was thinking. Move down to 396. So pretty close there. I should have probably re-entered short there, but the volume looked like it was gonna make a sea leg back up, at least in the short term. But yeah, I have a hard. There's no way I could hold it that long 6 for 100 points. I couldn't do it. I don't have the nerve. ES trying to, just got to get the ES to break that 4,500 here, and we kind of have a wash to the downside, a pretty good wash there. Feels bad shorting in this area. We just gave back most of our profits, but it's all right. Yeah, I trade the New York every day, Kelvin. I won't miss the New York unless I'm sick. Got to be pretty sick to miss that. If we got to sacrifice anything, we sacrifice the London. Man, I don't know. I want to re-enter short here, but you know, it's just burned me in the past. I guess it's no worse than entering long, right? There comes some more buyers. Pushing this thing right back up here. Let's see. Maybe if it stays below 400 here, get back into that 95 area, we could take a short. It's kind of got some consolidation going on here. All right, kind of retesting here. ES bouncing, 4503. See, this is the volume I was looking for earlier. I was expecting it to do that here, and I got faked out again. Faking me out this morning. Now I was just looking for a little push back up right there to give me 10 quick handles, or 5 actually. All right, we're going to bite. Might pay for it, but we're going to bite. I guess it depends on how high this sea leg kind of goes. I mean, my stop really needs to be way up here. We're not going to let it get there, but this might be a longer hold trade here. If we kind of get above that 400 level there, then I'll just kill it. You know, we'll just call it a night. But you know, it'll just be a losing session. But I think in 70. I mean, if we get through this 50 area, it's kind of clear selling to the 300s. You can see a lot of consolidation here. Not a lot, but some consolidation here from this morning, this afternoon. So that area is going to be a little more tough to get through there. But if we get through that area, man, it looks... I mean... $344 seems pretty reasonable. So I might put a little longer stop on this one and just see if we can't get a nice flush down. Maybe we'll do that. Might just put my stop above the VWAP. Maybe kind of... that area. I like my entry at the 09s a lot better than the 93s, but take what you can get sometimes, I guess. So we'll just kind of leave it there, see what happens. Try not to pay it too much attention here and go from there. If you guys are interested in trading futures, we do have a 40% off. I'm sorry, 50% off sale, I guess, on APEX. Coupon code is in the description there. Also, we became an affiliate for Topstep. So if you guys are interested in Topstep, use my link in the description. It helps the channel. Appreciate it. Not loving how the price actions reacting here. I mean, the ES basically bouncing right off that consolidation area as well. If it loses 4,500 on the ES, pretty clear down to 44.94. A little more consolidation in that area. And if it loses that 94 level, if it loses 90 really, then you got clear selling all the way down to the 82 on the ES. So I really just need it to lose in the short term. I need to lose this 4,500 level. Let's kind of see what happens. Like I said, my long-term bias this morning is short. I think we sell down into the 300s, 390. I think I said 390 area, 396. Well, that's 400 area. Wait, what am I talking about? I'm looking at this all wrong. 396. I guess I'm calling the level wrong. What was I just looking at? $290, not $390. But if this thing does get back above 400 here, then I probably will just kill it. Yeah, not really in love with it above the 400 level. Let's give it a moment. Give it a moment. All right, we're taking it off. We're going to take it off. Kind of looking reversally here. It really is, to be honest with you. ES just got a nice little V shape going to it here. Not loving the look of it. Not loving the look. Maybe if it holds this 20 area, this might be a zone where we kind of consider re-enter short. So kind of like, you know, right in there. We might consider re-entering short if it holds that area. But if it gets through this area for sure, then we may be looking at a move back up. 440s. So let's kind of see what happens. I didn't love my entry down here anyway, to be honest. Kind of FOMO'd into that one. That's the thing. That's what I've been doing during the London session a lot. I'll take 2-3 entries and then end up giving money back, which is exactly what I did. Instead of holding this one for the target, which we didn't hit it, but we were pretty close. Should have just took that one trade. That one, I guess in hindsight, this one's not bad. Had the right idea here looking at this ABC, right? Problem is, it just didn't, it shook me out of it before I kind of, you know, bit of a shallow. That B leg takes you down a little lower than you'd like, but that's kind of the idea there. Higher volume move up here, lower volume move down. Like I said, this sell volume's a little higher than I like to see, but then I'll try to wait for the second one to print above the explosion line. Really, I mean, technically this first one is not above the explosion line, I guess. So really I might have entered that a bit on the short side. A bit quick. One above there, not two. Two above here. So then boom. As we're getting this push up. Just kind of missed that there. Misread that a little bit, I guess. Misread it a little bit. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button for me. Subscribe. If you're watching here and not yet subscribed, please subscribe. Helps out the channel. Obviously trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. We're quite a ways away. Quite a ways away here. Currently 229 subscribers. Oh. Sometimes you got to go with your instincts. My instinct was that this was going to kind of push. Looked like it was going to push, but got shook out on that one. The market's just shaking me out this morning, shaking me out. What are you going to do? I guess you almost got to that 374 number 6. I was looking at 380 was my target. 380.25 or 380.75. Didn't quite get there. ES back up to the 05, 06 area. Yeah, it does, but what can you do? I was thinking we may sell more, but I guess maybe we found a little bottom here. I don't know. Didn't quite get up to my short zone there. Kind of take a look at this higher time frame. Let's see what's going on the hourly. Yeah, looking kind of roundy here, but I mean, what is this area? 350. You just see that slow grind from this morning. Still pushing here up the 05s. Thinking 18 at least. Just in case it tries to front run it a little bit. We'll keep a short stop on this one. If it doesn't hold the 400s, then we won't be interested at that point. Last trade here. Last one. If it doesn't hold the 400 level here, then we'll just be out. ES pushing almost to the 07 there. So let's just see what happens. Might get stopped here. Might have to stop a little too tight, but we'll see. Thinking we get a push up into the 18 here for sure, but how it gets there is the question. Got a small volume imbalance on the 1 minute chart in that area, so I'm thinking that probably wants to get filled. ES up to the 07s. Got the VWAP at the 0875, which happens to be the open price, I think. So looking like that probably wants to get touched. The 0875 there on the ES. Kind of trading into an order block right now. Need to get through that order block if it's going to go on the ES. Nasdaq's trading in a 1-2, I guess a small one here. I would think it would get through there. Get a quick little pop on the ES here into the 0809 area, and I think that'll take me up to my 10 points here and see what happens. But obviously, if it doesn't get through there and it turns back down, that's going to just stop me out. And we'll move on with our life. Either way. Momentum to the upside appears to be slowing a little bit, but we do got a couple minutes here till the top of the hour. That might give us a little burst to the upside. Could also give us a burst to the downside. You just never know. ES testing the 07s. Want to see it push into the 08s there. I think if it just gets the 08, 0850 area, it probably takes us up into the 20s. Kind of getting some consolidation here. There we go, a little burst. A little burst up. ES up into the 0725 area. One more little burst up here of the ES and we can get going. Just one more little pop into the 08s, maybe here at the top of the hour. Maybe it gets us home. There's 750. One minute here until the top of the hour. The ES just gets one more little burst up here. It's going to get through there. It looks like it's going to. One more little burst and we should be there. And pulling back to the 0675 now. They just wanted to tease me there for a minute, I guess. Just wanted to tease me. Should just get a quick little pop into that VWAP 0875 over there on the ES. I mean, you would think. Top of the hour coming here. Let's see, 10 seconds. There's a little pop at the top of the hour. Can it continue? Can it continue? ES up to the 08. I'm trying to be patient with it here. Don't think it's unreasonable. Yeah, a little tease there, Kelvin. You're right. That's the way it's been all morning. Tease me, shake me out for a loser, small winner, whatever it is. So literally touched the 08. Now it's back to the 06s. Doesn't hold that 06, I might get stopped out. If we get a little push back into the 08 here, we will get the we'll hit our target. It'll just pop right back into the 08. We should hit our target. I'll move my stop up just a little bit here. Risking less than $100 here now. Yes, just hanging out at the 07. It's just, I mean, if it would just go up and touch that 08 one more time, I think that gives us the energy we need. Just a quick pop. Just a quick little boner candle here. Just a little boner candle. Can it do it? Still at the 07s on the ES there. All right, you teased us long enough. Let's go. Let's give it to us. A little pop into the 08. No more messing around. Back to the 0675 now. I'm probably going to get stopped here. Kind of struggling to get through there. It's kind of holding up there. I mean, I think it's going to get through there, but like I said, how it does it, it's kind of the question. Back to 0650. Kind of got to get going here. Oh, 0625. That's not the right direction. All right, ES. That's the wrong direction. Although, honestly, we are pretty close to my... we're going to get stopped here. We were pretty close to our area there that we were looking for, but... And stopped out. Yeah, it feels kind of bad, but what can you do? I guess we could have taken profit there, you know. Long from the 02s. Went to the... Is that right? Yeah. No, long from the 07. Went to the 14s. So we were up a little bit there, but is what it is. Is what it is. That's going to do it for me tonight, guys. If you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe. And I'm going to see you guys again at 9:30 a.m. for the London session. So if you are enjoying the content, join me then. Again, if you're interested in trading futures, we got the 50% off APEX. Not the greatest sale at the moment, but it is what it is. And then, obviously, Topstep's offering that $50 one step, one rule. Link in the description for that. We appreciate it, and we will see you guys in the New York. See you, Kelvin, and see you, Six. Thanks for watching.